So you want to play Smoke in Mortal Kombat 1, but you're not sure which cameo fighter to pick. Today, we're going to be checking out each cameo and seeing which ones complement Smoke's playstyle and moveset the most. Now, it is only day 2 of Mortal Kombat 1. There is still so much to learn about cameos and main roster fighters, but this will be a great starting point for anybody either new to the game or new to the character of Smoke. I'll leave the timestamps in the description if you want to check out a specific character. Let's just get right into it. So our first cameo up is going to be Darius, and honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Darius is actually pretty sweet, especially when it comes to using him with Smoke. The first move we have is just a standard spin kick combo extender, which is really good. And the reason I like this is because it allows you to combo off Smoke's forward 3-2. Any cameo that allows you to combo off Smoke's forward 3-2 is automatically going to get points from me, just because that's like the lead opener, right? Low overhead. This is kind of how you want to play Smoke. You want to be in this distance right here, play off the back 2, play off the forward 3. So if you do get that forward 3 opening, being able to maximize damage on that with Darius is really nice, because we can just call him in, extend the string, pop him up, and then just go crazy with our combos. Look at that, 26%. Nice and easy, just for getting opened up for a low. And there's way more than you could do, man. Another thing that's really cool with Darius, he actually has a double overhead move. So that's an overhead, and a pop-up. And now with Smoke, we were just talking about it. It's all about the overhead and the low mix-ups. So now you can do triple overhead pressure if you're using Darius. Overhead, 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 pop-up, dude. And I think we can even actually go a little bit more crazy with that. So let's go overhead. This is not combo. This is just pressure. But, I mean, look at that, man. Let me have 2 bars of meter. Let me see what I can do with 2 bars of meter here. So let's see what we can do with triple overhead pressure. We'll go overhead, overhead. One more. There we go. And this should be it. Look at that, dude. 42%. If you're not blocking your melon. And again, is this going to catch everybody? No. But especially these first couple days, man. Oh my goodness, dude. Darius is actually kind of nuts. And another thing I like is that he kind of has just this safety. A lot of space. Smoke kind of wants to live in this space right here. Anywhere that's like back 2 range or forward 3 range. So just being able to have this, which is safe -7. I believe that's -7, right? -7. So you are safe. So if you decide to do anything crazy, or you just want to send it out there, man, why not? Your opponent thinks the back 2 is coming. Why not just send out Darius? Get some decent damage. Continue your pressure. So honestly, man, Darius, not a bad option. Really not a bad option. It definitely is going to take some getting used to. It might be a little wonky. But hey, I'm definitely not opposed to running Darius with Smoke. So next up, we have what is probably the most broken character for cameos in the game. If you guys have been playing online, you have definitely been playing against Serena, and you've seen this, and you've been part of combos that go on for probably 45 minutes straight, man. This move is absolutely ridiculous. And again, allowing us to get that combo that we're looking for off the forward 3. So it is just, there's a lot, man. There is just a lot that you could do. Again, anything comboing off forward 3 with Smoke, that's going to get points in my book. Let's just see what kind of damage we can get here, because I know we can pop him up, and then we can just get the pressure. And another really cool move is Serena's base move, just puts this area effect on the ground that drains your opponent's meter. And it's actually pretty quick. Look at Sub-Zero's meter, man. That's wild. So off the top, that's just a great move. If you guys play Smoke, you have this move right here, right? Which kind of keeps them in place. But now look what you can do. You can call Serena in while they're stuck in the animation, just losing all of that meter, dude. Just sit in there. It is such a crazy, crazy, crazy setup. So getting your opponent off meter is super important, because now they can't break. So that means that with Serena, we can do all of these combos. Opponent can't break, get the setup, pop them down, go right into our pressure again. Why not call her back out? Even more damage, more pressure. I mean, dude, Serena is just so good. That's literally the only 2 moves you need. You just need this one and this one. She also has the straight knife throw, which is a quick projectile, which I actually do like, though, especially with Smoke, because we don't have a projectile. So calling this out is really, really nice. But again, you're really always just going to want to do the 4 hits. Why not, man? Why not? And then she also has one more move, I think, right? Demonic Dance. You'd never see this, though. I don't... Yeah, I mean... What does that even do? Is it just some damage? Maybe in the corner we can get something? Let me see. Can I do a down one, maybe? Let's try it. Oh, you can catch... Is that even worth it, though? Wait a minute. It might be. You guys are seeing me learn on the fly with Serena, because I literally never even used this move. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. Anything comboing off forward 3 is good with me. That timing is very bizarre. Let's see. One more try. I mean, so we got 21%, but why do that when you can do this? Yeah, that's already more damage, and I dropped the combo. Yeah, you definitely don't need this move. All you need is this one, which is really, really nice, especially in the corner. dude. That's crazy, man. Now you just get all of this pressure. Their meter is just deteriorating, dude. That's wild. That's such a good move. Yeah, Serena, no matter what, with every character in the game, Serena is going to work well. She's probably the best cameo in the game right now. At least one of them. So our next cameo is actually going to be Cyrax, who was actually the first cameo that I was using when I first started playing Smoke. I've changed since then. We'll talk about what character I use now. But Cyrax is actually pretty cool. He doesn't have anything that, like, really complements Smoke. He kind of just does his own thing. But one thing I really like to do with Cyrax is, of course, we have the net. So I like to just call this out as my projectile, because if it does catch them, well, now we have combos, because we can just do this. Boom. And then we can just go right into our combos off back two. Back two has a lot of range. They do stay in the net for a while. So if you just call it out, you get a free back two, which is nice, because if you're a Smoke player, you know if you're doing back two into Smoke port, you're getting punished a lot. If that back two or that low doesn't hit, you're getting punished for like 30%. So to kind of just have a free way to do that is really good. So I do like Cyrax for that quite a bit. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever used Cyrax's bomb properly. I don't think it's ever worked. There's setups there, but this is usually what it looks like. I usually end up just doing this. But again, I'm sure there's setups there for it. It's just, I don't feel like it's working a lot with Smoke. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It is good, but I don't think it's ever really working. The only problem with Cyrax is it does not combo. As you can see that it does not combo off forward three, and we're all about that forward three combo, but nothing. You can still call it out though, and if it catches people, it's good. One thing I like to do is after the air 1-1-2, I'll just call it out from back here. Maybe catch your opponent pressing a button, and then you can keep your pressure going, which is not bad either. And then the only other move that Cyrax has is this thing, and you're like, wait, it doesn't work. So it does not work if your opponent's grounded. You have to pop them up. But I will say, I do really like this in the corners. So first you pop him up, bring Cyrax in. It takes a second, and you can kind of get some crazy damage. So let's say I go jump in two, pop him up, bring in Cyrax. And yeah, there we go. 35% in the corner, and it looks pretty sweet. So another thing I like to set up if I'm using Cyrax, try to get the net, get a free pop-up, and there we go. But again, Cyrax, really not the best character for Smoke. You can get some cool damage in the corner, I guess, but yeah, you're not getting much out of that. But if you can catch the net, getting that free back two is really nice. If we get 2 bars of meter, let's see what we can set up. So let's say we just catch the net. Let's go for it. Full combo. I mean, yeah, that's nice, dude. Just for accidentally pressing a button, you're taking 37%. I mean, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So in terms of Cyrax, a lot of fun. I think just a little bit too novelty, though, for Smoke. Give it some time, though. I'm sure people will come up with some crazy bomb setups and things like that. But until then, Cyrax really not going to be using it much with Smoke. So next we have Kano, who actually is just all around a fantastic cameo. If you guys played the beta, you definitely know that Kano is absolutely everywhere. But again, going back to it, does not combo. Actually, wait a minute. No, it doesn't. It does not combo. I thought the knives comboed. They don't. All right, so that automatically is points off, unfortunately. But let's see. I mean, we could probably... That's not a combo either. Hold on. Let's try to find something. Yeah. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe off back two? Maybe if I call him in and then go back two? Maybe if I call him in and that covers my back two? I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. So we do like that. We definitely do like that. Call him in, get some pressure. But again, if you're going to do that, I would say just go with Serena, because at least you get the combo off forward three. So the knives, good pressure tool, but... Oh, no, I'm not really sold. I'm not really sold right now. But another good thing about Kano is he does have a full screen projectile. It is a high, but when you're playing Smoke, I do think you need a cameo with at least some kind of projectile, because the only projectile with Smoke is this. And let me tell you one thing. It's only day 2. This isn't hitting anybody anymore. Day 1, I was getting everybody with this. Day 2, nobody's falling for it, man. Nobody's falling for it at all. So to have the full screen eye laser, it's a little bit slow, but that's some pretty good damage, man. 9 damage on any projectile is always really good. The only other consideration I do like is Smoke pairs well with setup characters. So if you get your opponent in the corner, you're doing absolutely all this crazy pressure, you can just kind of keep Kano there. But again, I think the main selling point of Kano is the knives, and I mean, Serena just kind of does the same thing, but better. If you're wanting to pick Kano, don't do it for the knives. If you're wanting to pick Kano, I would do it more for the ball setup. Look at that. Because now you can just get insane pressure here. And just have that kind of looming while you're doing your overheads, while you're doing your lows. One thing I like with Smoke is you can do double low, so we can set up ball, go double low, get that to hit, pressure's on. So a little bit of, this is more of like if you have corner pressure. So yeah, Kano, as of right now, always just really good. He'll be good with any characters. But I mean, if you do catch the knives, that's free combo. Again, kind of going back to that Cyrax net, right? For 28. If you get caught by these knives, That's pretty good, man. So it's more of like a just kind of throwing it out in neutral and then YOLOing off it. I don't even know if you'll be able to react. Oh, you can. Okay, so let me see. So it hits, boom. All right. So it is pretty good. The knives are pretty good. You're not going to use them as combo extenders. You're kind of just going to be using them. Oh my goodness, that is so sick. I like that a lot, actually. Kano's good, man. Kano's just all around a great cameo. We saw that in the beta. But again, I do think if I'm going to pick, if it's like up to Kano or Serena, I think I'm picking Serena just because she can combo off the forward 3 too. That's a lot of bonus points for me, man. So our next cameo up is going to be Sonya. I actually have not been messing around with Sonya much. One thing I do know for sure is we have the combo extender off the forward 3. That's the first thing I'm looking for with Smoke. And look at that, man. 20%. Not too bad. Not the crazy damage that we're used to, but actually, wait a minute. We might be able to do something. Let me try some things here. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Oh, it doesn't reach. That's unfortunate. If it popped up enough to be able to hit the smoke port after, oh, that would be so much better. But unfortunately, it does not. But we do have a combo extender, which is really nice. We definitely take those. More corner carry, more damage. Kind of pick what we want to do there. Then we have just a classic square weave. Now, this one's a little bit tricky. It's for my more, I would call it advanced players. But if you can get this to land, use square weave towards the end. Oh, now we can get some really nice combos, dude. Look at that, 38%. So we have a little bit of damage that we can get off leg grab and it combos, which I like. But if you want to get some saucy damage, get the square weave out there and let's go full combos, dude. Let me see if I can double meter burn that. We could probably break 20%, or we could probably break 40% with that. Let's pop them up. Go square weave. Yeah. Oh, we are definitely getting combos. 112, 42, 45%. So again, you might not have been impressed by the leg grab combos, but I mean, this is just like really good solid pressure. Getting 20% off a forward 3 is always really good. You get the perfect jump in, pop them up. Oh yes, dude. And just like that, man, we can get some serious damage. I love that. So Sonya getting major points in my book, and you can even extend again. That square weave is lethal for someone like Smoke, man. Wow, that's actually awesome. I love that. And you can keep it going. We could even keep going if we want to use that as corner. And just keep the corner pressure going. That's absolutely awesome. So Sonya is actually... I'm pretty impressed. We also have a projectile. Oh my god. Is that a delay hold? Yeah. So we do have a pretty quick projectile that we can also delay. That's really nice, man. Again, that 90 damage on a projectile is really good. 60 if you just kind of call it in. Man, Sonya actually pairs really nicely with Smoke. I have not been using her much at all, but we got a lot of options. I really like that, though. The square weave is crazy. Oh, if that reached, that would have been nuts. But yeah, I mean, this is the way to go. Because this 112 does so much damage with Smoke, you're playing in the air a lot. So, I mean, to just have any kind of extender in the air is crazy. Oh my goodness, it keeps going. People are going to get absolutely wild with Smoke and Sonya. In fact, I might even start playing Sonya with Smoke. I didn't realize it was like that. I absolutely love that. Major points. And next up, we have Sector, who I actually thought was going to be my main cameo before MK1 came out, and they're kind of just showing gameplay. I thought Sector was going to be my guy. I haven't been using him much, but I do like one of his aspects with Smoke, which is the homing rocket. So the thing about Smoke is we have this move, which gives us a lot of advantage, right? I mean, look at this. Our opponent just can't press a button. And that's kind of your main combo ender, especially when they're in the air. So be able to call in a rocket while all that is going on, and then you get even more pressure. That is where Sector is really good with Smoke. This is a lot more for like setup players, and I know that if you're a Smoke player, you're probably rush down, psycho, overhead low, mix up. I don't care about my life or what happens. But if you're a little bit more of like a methodical Smoke player, this is really good. Kind of get your setup, bring in the rocket, go for more pressure, push to the corner. It's just really, really good. And if that rocket does hit, yeah, that's a combo right there. That's just a free opening on your forward 3, on your back 2. So we can pop them up. Let's just get the ender. Let's bring in the Smoke. So now they're worried about that. We get the overhead, and we get full combo right there. Looks really good. This rocket is sick. And not to mention, look at Sector when it comes in, dude. How you not breaking your back like that? I love that. So the homing rocket is really good. Then we have Teleport Punch. So Teleport Punch actually works. It's actually a combo extender on the forward 3. You know that's all I'm looking for. And we can get even more damage, dude. 35%. 1 bar. Just using our boy Sector there. I absolutely love that. Really good. Again, anything off that forward 3. Let me try something new. Does this work? That does combo. So you have a safer way of going into your back 2 pop-up. Instead of just committing to the YOLO smoke port, you can actually just go Teleport Punch, And now we can get our combo string going too. So Sector is great, man. And again, your opponent's worried about the rocket, and we can just go absolutely crazy. And then finally as Flamethrower, I mean, I don't really see me using this too much. Is that an overhead? No, that was the overhead, right? Yeah, those are all mids. So maybe you just want some added pressure. Kind of living in this area is good with smoke, as we've been talking about. And that's Flamethrower's got some pretty good range. So one thing I see you doing is you go Flamethrower, and then you kind of cancel in, and you're right up in there while they're burning. Not too bad. But again, you want to be getting those setups on the rockets. Look at that, man. As soon as it hits. As soon as it hits. But the fact that you can get Teleport Punch is absolutely awesome, because you get some really solid damage here with smoke. 35% on a forward 3. Or if you want to do it on your back 2. Oh my goodness, dude. That's actually so sick. I'm not going to lie. You drop them down, then you go rocket. Boom. Now we go overhead lows, overhead lows. Sector is definitely a good option. I'm going to be messing around with him a lot more in the coming days. So next up we have Frost, which was definitely the MVP of the betas, man. Everybody absolutely loves Frost, and that is because of Ice Carpet, the full screen low freeze, man. I mean, that is just absolutely insane. At any time, and it only takes half of your cameo bar. At any time, you have a free freeze. And you know with smoke, man, if we can get that freeze, we get a free back too. This is like Cyrax's net, only like infinitely better. So I absolutely love that, man. It's just some really good damage. And you know the first thing we're looking for. Does it combo? Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. So let's see what we can do. So of course, we got to test it out. We get forward 3, going through the Ice Carpet, jump in, pop him up. No way, dude. That is absolutely insane. Oh, we could do more damage. We're going for it. I gotta try this out. Hold on. Let's see what kind of damage we can really do. Pop him up here. Go for it. Oh my goodness. 41% on a low overhead low. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. Yeah, Frost. I mean, there's really nothing else that needs to be said about Frost. She goes with absolutely every single character. We get that. Boom. Full combo. Drop him down. And just send out another Ice Carpet. Why not? And now we go overhead. Boom. Overhead low. 1-1-2. Dude, Frost is so good. Full screen, man. I'm not gonna lie. Before the game came out, I thought they were actually gonna nerf that. I thought they were gonna make it slower or make it not go full screen. But nope. It is still more than fine, dude. That is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's really the only move you need. We don't even need to look at Frost's other moves. You just get anything. You can do back 2, right? Yes, you can. So you go back 2, overhead low, pop up. Dude, even with no meter, that's 28% on an overhead low from back here. No way, man. Dude, Frost is absolutely wild. But then we do have some other moves. We have Ice Crash, which is kind of keep your opponent out of here. If your opponent's getting way too in your face, kind of just slow them down with that. I don't usually use that much. Again, the only thing I'm using my cameo meter with Frost for is to be getting these combos, man. That's absolutely crazy. The other thing she does have is the Frost Orb. If your opponent gets caught by it, boom. They're frozen. Smoke has some different options for getting in. Anything to kind of make your life easier as you're kind of getting that pressure going. Your opponent's worried about that. So if your opponent does get hit by it, you are Smoke. They're taking a lot of damage, man. So to just kind of have that out to cover you while you're going, look at that. They accidentally got caught by a frozen orb, and I did 38%. So Frost, S tier, man. S tier for sure. Look at that, dude. The fact you can go low, overhead, low, jump in, full combo, pop up. See you later, dude. There's literally nothing you can do about that. 1 bar a meter, 37%. And you just had to block the absolute mix of all mix. Frost is also a great starting point for Smoke because it kind of helps you get his combos and his timing down. Because pretty much everything combos. Look at that, man. Absolutely amazing, dude. 1-1-2. Frost is definitely great for every character, but especially with Smoke, if you're just trying to smoke out, give Frost a go. Your first couple games are going to go pretty well, for sure, man. For sure. So next up, we have Jax, and I haven't found anything insane yet with Jax as a cameo. It's not to say there's not anything crazy with Jax and Smoke. Jax with Raiden is, I mean, one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen in the game. But for Smoke's gameplay, I'm not really finding much. I mean, you can kind of go into that, which is like a little bit of damage in corner combo, but I feel like if you're popping your opponent up with Smoke, you kind of want to be doing your own thing. You don't want Jax getting in the way. But I mean, I guess you get some extra damage, which isn't too bad. I mean, the gotcha backbreaker, it's just such a really good move. Any combo extender in the air, especially in Mortal Kombat 1, is good. You also have this unblockable if you really want to set it up. You can kind of get pretty nice with that. It's slow. Your opponent's going to see it, but that will make your opponent jump. This is definitely going to make your opponent jump. And as Smoke, we want that. I just think as of right now, especially if you're just starting to play Smoke, Jax is just, I don't even know, a little too intermediate or just straight up doesn't fit. I'm not sure. But for me, Jack's not really going to be using it much with smoke. But there's definitely something there. There's definitely something there for sure. So next up, we have Striker. Now, this is a character I haven't messed around too much with yet, but he's got some really cool stuff. First and foremost, he's got his grenades. Does that continue? That does not continue the combo, does it? Again, we're just looking for that forward 3. Nothing on the forward 3. Let me call him in. That didn't combo either. Oh, that's actually crazy. All right, so the grenades do not combo. Then we have lethal takedown, which is a low. So with smoke, it's all about the overheads, right? All about the overheads and lows. We do get an added level of mix-up. It is a knockdown, though. So if you're looking for, like, crazy mix-up combos, you're not going to get that. But we can go back to safe overhead low. Keep ourselves nice and safe. Again, if you do not want to commit to that smoke port, you can just do back to, bring in Striker, get the knockdown. And you actually get some really good advantage on that. You get some really good advantage. So honestly, just that move alone, getting that knockdown, Striker's actually really solid with smoke. Like, he's got plenty of other moves, but you really just need that knockdown. Then again, like I said, we have grenade toss. Does it go full screen? It does. Let me see. Do both of them go full screen? Oh, that one's interesting. I like grenade toss as kind of just a way to get in, right? Just cover you as you're going in. A lot of explosions, a lot of damage. Maybe something sneaks through and you get a combo. Some really good stuff there. But again, I really like the fact that he just got a straight up knockdown. And look how much pressure you have. So much frame advantage. We can take it a step further. Let's say your opponent's like, okay, well, I know all this person does is overhead low. Let's do overhead, overhead. Boom. Overhead, overhead. Or we could do low, overhead, overhead. So if your opponent's blocking everything, boom. So if you like knockdown pressure, I think Striker might be your guy. Because look at this. Overhead low. You could just keep it going. We're going all the way to the corner now. And then we kind of do all of our crazy smoke stuff. Just like that. And then finally we have Cuffed, which is a restand. Now, I've been playing online quite a bit. This restand, dude, people have been doing some wild stuff. It doesn't look like much, but it is solid. So we could go into setups, right? Boom. And now we get a free mix-up, especially if they're close. We could either go into our forward 3, or we go into our back 2, or we could just take the forward 1 and go for extended pressure strings. Let's see what we could do. Because I think, yeah, you can get them from the air too. Boom. Just like that. And then you can get your pressure. So let's say you pop them up. Most smokes want to go into this. Let's say you don't want to knock your opponent down because of meter burn wake-ups or anything like that. We can kind of pop them up and then go into the Cuffed. And now we have a free back 2 mix-up. And we can take it a step further because, again, we have that low overhead mix-up from Striker, right? So let's say we pop our opponent up. We'll go into Cuffed. Now we got pressure. We go low, overhead, low. Just like that, man. And your pressure string just continues. Pretty cool. You can do some really good stuff with Cuffed. If you like restands, if you like kind of resetting neutral, going into your combos with smoke, especially in that back 2 range. So Striker, pretty decent. If you like just hard knockdowns or restands, Striker might actually be your guy. Also, the grenades, I haven't really talked about them too much, but they do just kind of cover your bases. Good little projectile. Next cameo up is going to be Scorpion. I actually like this cameo a lot, but I use him with Scorpion. That video is actually up on my channel. I had a lot of fun using Scorpion with Scorpion. Scorpion does have some cool stuff. We do have extenders. That could do some really, really nice damage. That was no meter, by the way. No meter. Just straight pop-up. 1-1-2. So this move is kind of unique. It doesn't hit if your opponent's on the ground, so you need to time it properly with your pop-up. So yeah, we could do some, you could do some really, really nice stuff there. It's just kind of an extender, a little bit more damage. I mean, a lot of bit more damage. 36% right there for 1 bar. Not too bad at all. Scorpion also has something interesting. I haven't used it that much, but man, once things get like really, really sweaty in Mortal Kombat 1, you're going to want this, especially playing as Smoke, who's all about being in your face, right? You kind of put yourself in a lot of really bad positions when you're playing as Smoke. So Scorpion has to get over here, and he can get you the hell out of there. Now, as Smoke, do you want to be at this range? No. So maybe you're not going to be using this much, but some cool things you could do. So maybe you do this. It's like, oh, got to get out of here. But then, just kidding. And then you can continue your pressure, you know? It's just kind of a cool way to use the stage to your advantage. Again, once you start to get really, really good with Smoke, especially with his Vanish, being able to cancel it, go to your pressure, I think it's going to be pretty good. But again, you really don't want to be at this range with Smoke at all. So use get over here sparingly. And then finally is Hellblades, which is an overhead combo extender. The first thing we got to check, of course, yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we go low, overhead, overhead, and then we can kind of go into our pressure here. Let's go for it. Pop them up. Ooh, 32. 32%. That was no meter. On a low. No meter. On a low, dude. That is absolutely crazy. I can't believe that exists in this game. We all know Smoked combo ender that he likes. So let's try that out. Let's see the pressure that we can put on here. And then boom. And now we have all this pressure to go right back into it again. Pop him up again. Now we have the corner. Now we have all this pressure again. Now we can go low, overhead. Get a throw in. Scorpion's pretty much back. Boom. Now we can go into the overhead. And I mean, dude, it just continues. So I really like this overhead here. Really solid. And if you kind of just call it out, it's got some decent range. So if you don't want to commit to the back 2 and you're not in range of forward 3, kind of just call this out. It hits. Thankfully, we have some good forward advancing strings, right? With the forward 1. So you can kind of just call it out. Oh, it hit. Okay, let me go for it. Let me get a little bit of damage here. Not bad at all. 15. Just for them getting hit by an overhead. Scorpion's solid, man. Scorpion is definitely solid. You're going to have to get used to the timing on the air fireballs. But once you do, you get some really solid damage. 28%. I barely did anything, dude. I pressed like 3 buttons and I got 28%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, Scorpion's a solid cameo, man. I feel like Scorpion can go well with anybody. Because every character pops up the opponent. So to get extra damage on that is really good. And then having this overhead combo extended is nice as well. Again, though, I don't know when you're going to use Get Over Here. Maybe if you're, like, desperate. Our next cameo fighter is going to be Sub-Zero, who actually works really well with pretty much every character in the game. And that's because of Ice Armor right here. So as you guys can see, I'm shrouded in Ice Armor. This makes you immune to projectiles, which, of course, Smoke really wants. So this works really nicely with Smoke. You're immune to projectiles. You can do everything you want. Get up in close. If your opponent's spamming projectiles, just hit the Ice Armor, and now you're kind of free to go in. Do you need it, though, with Smoke? No, because you do have this, which is projectile immune. Being immune to projectile is just going to work for every single character, right? Nothing special about Smoke, but it does help because he does want to be in. He doesn't want to be at that long-range kind of projectile fight at all. Then we have Cold Shoulder, which I think is just full screen, near full screen. It's like 3/4 screen, just a knockdown, hard knockdown. I don't really see myself using this too much, but I mean, it's okay. It's a mid, a little bit of damage. Maybe if your pressure is getting a little crazy, you want to knock him down. This is also a really good, like, get off of me tool. If your opponent's just getting crazy, call sub in, have him knock him down. Really not going to use it too much, though. But then we have Iced Out, which is a freeze. And you know the first thing we're going to do, right? Yep. It works. It most definitely works, and it combos, that's for sure. So now we can pop up our opponent, and now we can go into our combos. For getting caught by a forward 3, which is a low, you can just go right into it, and you're going to get near 40%. Pop him up. Always got to go 2 bars a meter to really see what we can do. Pop you up. Go for it. Just going to break 40. It's got it. Oh, yeah. 43%. 43% for getting caught by a low. Oh, I love that, man. The freeze is so good. Same thing with Frost Freeze. This one, though, you do have to open up your opponent. You can't just kind of YOLO catch him on a low because it's a mid. Oh, no, it's a high. Oh, that's interesting. So you're going to want to do this on hit confirm. Maybe you could call it out. It does kind of have like a hitbox above you, which is pretty cool. And it can freeze your opponent if they're jumping in. But if you're playing Smoke, you shouldn't be worried about jump-ins. He has like the best anti-air in the game. So just use this as a combo extender for now. Oh, man. Yeah, you can get some really, really nice damage. I like that a lot. Go double. Oh, it missed. Hold on. I have to hit it once. I have to hit it once. Full combo here. Pop up. Not drop this, shall we? There we go. 1-1-2. Ender. 419.53. Not bad at all. Sub-Zero, definitely a really good option. The Ice Armor, the combos, not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. Definitely a good choice for Smoke. So next up, we have what is my main cameo with Smoke, actually, and that's Kung Lao. The gameplay at the beginning of the video was using Kung Lao. I've been using Kung Lao pretty much exclusively when I'm playing Smoke, and I'll show you why. We got some really cool stuff. So first off, Kung Lao has kind of this, like, teleport here. This works and also doesn't work. Be very careful when you use this. I do like it. At full screen, it's really nice. Kind of get me right up close to my opponent. Sometimes I'll actually use it in a string. Get to the other side. Keep the pressure on. They really don't know what's going on here. Be careful with this, though, man. Please be careful with this because you will get blown up for using this teleport. I promise. But it's cool. I like it. However, the main reason I use it is to keep my pressure on or my combos. So obviously, I love the forward 3 too, right? Kung Lao has a fantastic low projectile with the low buzzsaw hat. Full screen. I'll call this out if I'm here. I'll call this out if I'm here. I'll call this out if I'm in my block string pressure. I'm going to go forward 3. So if my opponent blocks the overhead, I go right into the low every single time. And if that low hits, you have enough hit advantage to go into forward 3 again. So our opponent's blocking randomly, so I'll show you kind of what it looks like. If it gets blocked, I go into the low. And that gives me enough hit advantage to go forward again. And I can keep going, trying to get that opening. But again, even just at full screen, such a good low, such a good projectile. Works really well with Smoke. But again, if our opponent's blocking, we just go to the low. And then we're either safe, or if it hits, we can take our turn again. So we just kind of keep going. We wait our turn. It's our turn again. Go for it. And it hits. And now we can kind of keep our pressure on because you have enough hit advantage. So really, really good option there. Another low, just overhead, low, overhead, low. Now, let's say if our forward 3 actually hits the opponent, what do? Well, we have a spin combo extender. And as you guys know, if it combos out the forward 3, I like it. So let's go forward 3. Our opponent blocked it. We wait. So they don't block. Now we get full combo right here, dude. It's so good. But if you have 2 bars a meter, this is where things get crazy. This is my main bread and butter again, like I said. 1-1. Double meter burn it. 1-1-2. And then we're back here. Boom, going to the low. And now we get our pressure on. It's just so good, man. It's just your main combo extender. Anytime your forward 3 hits, you go into the combo extender. If you have no meter, you still get some good damage, 26%. If you have 2 bars a meter, oh, man. You might as well say goodbye to your opponent's health bar because it is gone after this, dude. 44%. That is off a forward 3 hitting, man. Forward 3 hitting. And again, if it doesn't hit, like let's say my opponent blocked that, boom. We just go right into the pressure here. It's so good, dude. It is so good. I absolutely love Cameo Kung Lao. I've been using him non-stop. It's just my go-to, man. I could talk all day about this. It's nothing even too crazy either. It's just like a combo extender and a low projectile, but it's just something about it, dude. It's just something about it is so good. So yeah, for me, this is my main cameo right now with Smoke. So this gets the S tier instantly for me. The next cameo is Shujinko, but honestly, I think you need like a video on his own about this because what he does is basically just steals your opponent's moves. So it's going to be different against every character you fight against. So for example, we're playing against Sub and Shujinko has the ice ball. He also gets the slide. This is really just going to depend on the character that you're playing against. And again, like I said, this is going to need like a video all on its own. 2 cameos left, one of them being Motaro. First of all, I can't believe this character is back in a Mortal Kombat game. That is one of the most ridiculous things ever to me. He looks so sick, man. Oh, I love that Motaro's back. Oh, it's awesome. Anyways, first move, we have the teleport. It's actually a really solid teleport, and it keeps you a pretty nice distance away from your opponent. Let's say we're Smoke, we're full screen, boom. Now we can kind of just start our pressure right here. So not too bad. If you don't want to use the Smoke port, we have a nice teleport. Honestly, having a teleport with any character is going to be good, especially if you catch your opponent pressing. Definitely can't hate on the teleport at all. I like that a lot. Then we have Reflect, which works really well for Smoke. Another way of just kind of getting in close to your opponent. We don't have to worry about anything. Let me set Sub-Zero to do Ice Ball. And Motaro's just going to push that right back. That goes with any projectile in the game. And there are some really, really solid projectiles, man. So just having a projectile blocker like that with Smoke is really, really nice. We take that. And if you hold, he'll actually walk with you. So you can kind of walk down your opponent. Next, we have Tail Shot, which actually doesn't have a lot of range. I thought that had way more range than that. But it is a low projectile. Does this even combo? Oh, it does combo. Not the craziest damage, but hey, if you want to do low overhead low, that's really good. I just wish I had a little bit more range because, again, this is kind of where Smoke needs the most help, and you can't really do much with that. But then we have Tail Turret, which is much better. That's kind of what you're looking for, right? That full screen. That actually does some decent damage. That takes his whole bar of cameo, though. So while that's kind of happening, you kind of do your thing to get in. So he actually, I'm not going to lie, he actually pairs pretty nicely with Smoke, man, because you can kind of walk down your opponent, full screen projectiles right here to get crazy with. And then you also have a teleport. So if you like Motaro, I don't see why not. Check him out with Smoke. He's actually going to be pretty good. I don't see a lot of people using Motaro with Smoke, but there's definitely some options there, man. There's definitely some options. And then finally, our last cameo is going to be Goro, who I actually have not been messing around with too much, but let's check him out. First, we have Raise the Roof, but the timing is really weird. Is that going to reach? No, it's not. If you do it after you pop them up, that's much better. Can we get some good damage here? Let's see what kind of damage we can do. Let's pop him up. Go mid. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, that's not bad, man. 352. Timing is a little bit wonky, but if you can get it down, that's pretty good. Yeah, we take that. We take that. I actually like that a lot. Any combo extender is a good combo extender to me. Not the best one out of all the cameos, but I mean, some decent damage. No bar meter there. 26%. Then we have Punch Walk. I mean, classic. When is Punch Walk ever bad? It's just not. It really is just not. Punch Walk, just classic. I don't know when you're really going to use this. Just kind of a more pressure tool. That's not the combos that I'm looking for off forward 3, but I mean 19%. But again, the only reason it's bad is because it puts you at full screen, right? So we really don't want to be at that range. Still, though, an option, I guess. Then we have Stomp. Classic. It's absolutely classic. More pressure. Your opponent's worried about it. It's an unblockable. It does take your whole bar of cameo meter. Your opponent's worried about the low, the overhead, the Smoke port low. They're worried about the back two. Now they got to worry about an unblockable as well. So a lot of options. A lot of options on Goro Stomp there. And then we also have Dead Weight, which is a combo extender off the forward 3. I didn't even know that. Oh, that's sick. Hold on. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. That's got to work. That, you guys are watching me learn Goro on the fly here for this video. Yes, that definitely works. And that's going to be 37%. Not bad. Not bad at all. We also have some nice corner carry here. And just keep pushing the corner. Not the craziest damage, but again. I like that combos on pretty much everything, though. Right? That's a combo. 1-1. Yep, 1-1 combos. Of course, forward 3 combos. We've been testing that out. Dude, that is actually awesome. Goro's kind of sick. What about back 2? It does combo off back 2. Is it technically a mid? Oh. Is it a mid? Oh, it's a throw? Wait, so how does that work? Let me keep my opponent blocking. Hold on. We might have just found something crazy right here. If this works on block pressure, since it's a throw... Let's see. Block mode stance. Let's try it. No, it does. Dude, if that worked on block... Oh, that would have been the sickest thing of all time. I guess it's just too good to be true. Oh, man, that would have been so sick, dude. But yeah, the fact that it works on forward 3, though, that makes me happy. That's pretty much all I've been looking for. The only problem with Goro, though, is no projectile. I guess Punch Walk is a projectile in some way, shape, or form. It's just a big body coming at you. But overall, though, I do like that this combos, but I do think there's better cameos for Smoke, at least in week 1. But still, Goro, a pretty cool out. The fact that we get Goro is actually just awesome. Like, really, you're using it for the novelty of having Goro, man. You can get way more combos with other cameos and stuff like that. You don't really need the Goro throw, but man, is it cool to have that.